Hey everyone, it's Chimp, and we just lost 5 people. Or rather, a shitty tourism company shipped 5 people to an early demise in an iron casket 2 miles below the fucking sea level. But we lost 5 people. Now, normally I would just go, okay then, and go about my day, to the occasional person missing at sea story. But this one is absolutely batshit nuts, and they controlled it with a fucking Logitech gaming controller. Now, since I'm a busy chimp, those voiceovers were recorded while the submarine was still missing. However, since then, and as of the time of this recording, it's been found. So sit down, strap in, and put your floaties on, and listen to this fucking bullshit that happened at OceanGate. Now, before we begin, let's get some background info on the company, OceanGate. OceanGate is a privately owned company that takes paying customers to visit an underwater graveyard of more than 1,500 people, the Titanic. Now sure, to some this might seem like a super cool experience and one of a kind. Go see the big funky boat from that one movie that needed 2 VHSs to watch all of it, and see the wreckage for yourself. Except it's $250,000.
I gotta do it, man.
Well, yikes, that sure is pricey. But at least if I'm spending $250,000, I'll know that I'm in a state-of-the-art high-tech vessel designed and engineered in collaboration with NASA. And it even says through the innovative use of modern materials, the Titan is lighter and more spacious and more comfortable than any other deep-diving submersible exploring the ocean today. Well, hey there, buckaroo. You want some premium comfort? We are the only submersible with a fully adjustable gaming chair and RGB headlights. Well, count me in. This chimp is interested. Let's take a look at this state-of-the-art vessel.
The Titan, Stockton Rush's custom-built submersible. 5-inch thick carbon fiber, capped on each end by a dome of titanium. If all went well, I myself would be spending about 12 hours sealed inside on a dive to the Titanic. Not gonna lie, I was a little nervous.
An experimental submersible vessel that has not been approved or certified by any regulatory body and could result in physical injury, disability, emotional trauma, or death. Where do I sign?
Oh-ho! Take your shoes off, that's customary.
Okay. Wow.
Inside, the sub has about as much room as a minivan.
So this is not your grandfather's submersible. We only have one button, that's it. It should be like an elevator. You know, it shouldn't take a lot of skill.
You know what? He's right. It shouldn't take a lot of skill to pilot something. I think the air industry should be this innovative. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for flying Air Chimp. Our pilot today will be using his N64 controller that he bought off eBay to fly us today. It is at this time that I will request that you buckle your seatbelts and prepare for takeoff.
And yet, I couldn't help noticing how many pieces of this sub seemed improvised.
We can use these off-the-shelf components.
I got these from Camper World. We run the whole thing with this game controller.
Come on! It seems like this submersible has some elements of MacGyver-y jerry-rigness. I mean, you're putting construction pipes as ballast.
I don't know if I'd use that description of it, but there's certain things that you want to be buttoned down. So the pressure vessel is not MacGyver at all, because that's where we work with Boeing and NASA and the University of Washington. Everything else can fail.
Well, that's just reassuring. Everything else can fail, but the big metal tube was made by Boeing and NASA, so it's completely safe.
Everything else can fail.
Now, not only is this evident proof of egregious negligence, but the video where those clips came from, they were supposed to go on a dive to the Titanic, and parts started just coming off of the Titan, and then the sub even got lost in the video.
Our dive in the OceanGate submersible had made it down only 37 feet when this happened.
So apparently those floats there came off the platform and that wasn't supposed to happen, so we're scrubbing?
Yeah, I think that's the consensus up here.
Copy that.
I was crushed. My diving adventures were over.
I read about did you say want?
There's no GPS underwater. So the surface ship is supposed to guide the sub to the shipwreck by sending text messages.
Turn 30 degrees right?
Probably, 30 degrees.
But on this dive, communications somehow broke down. The sub never found the wreck.
We were lost. We were lost for 2.5 hours.
Hey man, I'm so glad you invited me on this trip. I only had to sell my kidney to get here because, trickle-down economics is a complete and utter scam. But man, is this view worth it.
No problem, my friend. You can only have so many once-in-a-lifetime opportunities.
You are absolutely right about that, my friend. Now, obviously, while the Titan was missing, we were all just scrambling to find it. I mean, 5 insanely rich people go missing in a submarine that was made with chewed up bubblegum and bits of string slapped together? Oh well, let's spend $1.2 million looking for them. And not only did we find them, but the US Navy already found them days before the debris was ever even located, and yet they neglected to share this with anyone until days later. Overall, at the end of the day, this entire situation is just absolutely unbelievable and insane. It's super horrific, and I honestly just wish that nothing similar to it ever happens again.
See ya!
Quick,